On Tuesday, May 2nd, residents of St. Petersburg, Florida approved a local referendum to allow the St. Pete government to negotiate a lease extension with Tampa Bay Rowdies owner Bill Edwards for the Al Lang Stadium site. The lease would allow Edwards to move forward with a privately financed $80 million renovation project, which would expand seating capacity at Al Lang Stadium to 18,000 should the Tampa St. Petersburg area be awarded a slot in Major League Soccer's upcoming league expansion. The successful vote is a major step toward the Tampa Bay area returning to MLS. But one hurdle to returning to MLS is the fact that it would be a return. Tampa Bay already has had a team in Major League Soccer. The Tampa Bay Mutiny were one of MLS's original teams, but folded after a few years. Why does Tampa Bay deserve a second chance at Major League Soccer? What caused the downfall of the Mutiny? And what advantages do the modern Rowdies have to offer? Let's explore these issues. When MLS decided to put one of the league's 10 original clubs in Tampa Bay, when the league first started in 1996, they elected to forego the established soccer tradition in the area and create an entirely new franchise. That soccer tradition, of course, came in the form of the Tampa Bay Rowdies. The Rowdies were Tampa's first major professional sports team, and they established the tradition of the area's teams using the Tampa Bay moniker to represent the whole region rather than just an individual city. They joined the original North American Soccer League in 1975 and won the league championship in the same year. The Rowdies became a well-known name, not just locally, but internationally, as foreign stars such as Rodney Marsh came across the pond to play in Tampa Bay. Throughout their original existence, the Rowdies routinely played in front of large crowds at Tampa Stadium, including crowds of nearly 50,000 to watch Marsh and the Rowdies take on Pele and the New York Cosmos, creating one of America's oldest and richest soccer rivalries. Although the original NASL folded in 1984, the Rowdies continued to exist, playing in various outdoor and indoor leagues until the team eventually folded in 1993. The Rowdies had tremendous fan support, became an international icon, and survived for nearly 2 decades at a time when soccer was just in its infant stages in the United States. Partially due to the Rowdies' historical success in the area, Major League Soccer selected Tampa as one of the host cities for one of its original 10 teams. Many former Rowdies would go on to join the new coaching staff and front office of this team. However, this team was not the Rowdies. Rather, it was an entirely new franchise created by MLS, known as the Tampa Bay Mutiny. This new soccer franchise in Tampa Bay had an entirely new identity, new name, new logo, and new colors, and most importantly, none of the established history. Many believe that the failure to capitalize on the Rowdies' tradition was a major factor in the struggles MLS faced in Tampa Bay, resulting in the ultimate demise of the Mutiny after the 2001 season. Not using the Rowdies' name and colors was not the only branding issue the Mutiny faced. The team itself had a bit of an identity crisis. Mutiny itself isn't a bad name for a sports franchise in a city whose history is filled with pirate lore. Even the Mutiny's co-tenants from the NFL were named the Buccaneers, and the stadium they eventually played in had a giant pirate ship that actually fired cannons. But while the name made some sense, the way it was depicted was nothing short of confusing. Rather than portraying a gang of rebellious swashbucklers armed with cutlasses, the team's logo depicted a bat in some sort of spider monster, both contorted into the shape of an M. In an interview with Sports Illustrated, former DC United president Kevin Payne discussed what he learned about the logo. He was told, "Oh, it's a mutant bat. You know, mutiny, mutant." Well, while mutiny and mutant share some letters, they are 2 different words with 2 very different meanings. Original Mutiny head coach Thomas Rongen replied, "Nike must have had a few guys smoking dope." The odd branding for this new franchise certainly didn't help the Mutiny catch on with local fans, who are used to seeing the iconic green and gold of the Rowdies. The biggest reason why the Mutiny failed was ownership, or lack thereof. MLS owned and operated the Mutiny all 6 years of the club's existence, hoping to sell the team to a local owner eventually. It never did. Sports leagues are generally pretty bad at running individual franchises for an extended period of time, and this case was no different. The team soon began racking up major financial losses, reportedly an average annual loss of around $2 million over the team's 6 seasons. Operating costs only increased over time, due in large part to the team moving from Old Tampa Stadium to brand new Raymond James Stadium in 1999. As the team didn't own the stadium, the Mutiny had to rent it to play there, and moving into the new facility increased the lease fee by $10,000 and escalated in subsequent seasons. The rent for stadium office space for team operations also increased by moving to Ray J. The team's success on the pitch fluctuated. The Mutiny had the most points in the 1996 regular season, the inaugural MLS year, but missed the playoffs in 1998. Partial blame for the drop in performance was the growth of the young league, as the addition of the Chicago Fire and Miami Fusion in 1998 brought an expansion draft which took players from the league's established teams and thinned the overall talent pool. The biggest loss was 1996 MLS MVP Carlos Valderrama, who was, quote, traded to Miami prior to the 1998 season. However, former Mutiny coach John Kowalski claims that the Valderrama trade was involuntary and manufactured by the league itself. The loss of El Pibe was a massive blow to the team. Without Valderrama to funnel him assists, 1996 Golden Boot winner Roy Lassiter struggled to score goals and was soon traded as well. With the two centerpieces of the Mutiny's early success gone, the team finished 12-20 and in 5th place in the Eastern Conference. With the early success gone and debt piling up, a potential purchase of the Mutiny became unattractive to local businessmen. The best chance the league had was the owner of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Malcolm Glazer, who, coincidentally, had already made some money off the Mutiny through the club's lease at Raymond James Stadium. The Glazer family strongly considered making a deal, but unfavorable revenue projections and a reported spike in asking price left any agreement unsigned. The Tampa Bay Mutiny remained ownerless. With no other options, MLS folded the team on January 8, 2002. With the popularity of the sport exploding over the last few years, professional soccer has returned to Tampa Bay, and once again it is the iconic green and gold hoops of the Rowdies representing the area. The new version of the team has played since 2010, including a league championship in 2012 in a similarly resurrected NASL. Now the Bay Area sets its sights once again on Major League Soccer. The Rowdies' bid to join MLS has taken some of the Mutiny's greatest weaknesses and turned them into strengths. The team plays with the historic name, logo, and colors, and claims the history that comes with them. The Rowdies have a dedicated local owner in Bill Edwards, who has already made major commitments to the second division team and is ready to take them to the next level. The Rowdies once again have become an internationally recognized team, as Premier League champion Joe Cole and Bundesliga champion Marcel Schaefer headline the roster. With the passage of the local referendum, the Rowdies are set to have their own Major League caliber, soccer-specific stadium on the beautiful waterfront in downtown St. Petersburg. And of course, the team has some of the loudest, and yes, rowdiest, supporters in North America. Tampa Bay is ready to return to its rightful place in the top division of American soccer.